scene was tampered with, the blood was cleaned, and the projectile was found on the second visit of this guy at the crime scene. Now nobody knows if that projectile was lying there or if that projectile was planted after this whole thing. And yes, and then the case, to make matters worse, the case has got a second docket which was opened, and this second docket, it basically now implicates other people except the accused that are standing before court. Of course, those are other people are Longwetwala, Kelly Kumalo, Kelly's sister, Kelly's mother. Hello, Bazalwane, Bazix, Bazz. Guys, I'm back. Yeah, no, you know what? El Ketla doesn't give up. Guys, I'm back. I'm back podcasting again. Yeah, this is interesting. So this is a new podcast, episode 1. This is the fourth. Yeah, I think this is the 4th attempt. I think this is the 4th attempt I'm making. I remember the first one I used to invite instructors and interview them. I had a couple of guys. I had Tebe, I had Senzo in another one. Then I had, I don't know, Senzo, but yeah, somewhere. That was the first one during the hard lockdown. We're doing it over the phone. I called Tebe and I put him on a speaker. And as he was talking, we were recording with a mic the conversation, right? Which was a beautiful conversation actually that we had with Tebe back at that time. And then the second attempt, I had a podcast that I had with Hercules, and I think we called it podcast with Singwa and Mzi. I think that was the name, but it's also here on the same channel. And then the third attempt, and was the nameless podcast that we had with Ntate Makwala, which was doing very well, but I think sometimes it takes I have to get to a point where I do some of these things myself, so that I can be able to send the points that I want to send across, because sometimes it's not about the content that we have, but it's about the views and I think that like everybody, they've got their own unique views, and we should try by all means that we make sure that our opinions zivakele, if that's what we want to do, now that's what I want to do, right? So after that, I had a story time early this year where I was talking about my life in the military and everything. And yeah, now this is attempt number 5, I guess, because I also tried vlogging as well. I'm not a person that believes in giving up, and that I will never do. So yes, I'm back again with a new podcast. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know what the real plan is, but what I know is that I'm here, and we'll see what happens. I was just taking a sip. It's cold, guys. So yeah, this is a new podcast. And I haven't decided that if I'm going to do it here on the channel as this episode is on the channel, or if I'm going to create a channel for Yon. But I don't know. It's not like the algorithm favors me anyway right now, so I believe that I can do whatever I want to do on the channel until maybe I find whatever works for the channel, and then I can stick with it when that happens. Because sometimes maybe I'm not supposed to be doing fitness on this channel, or maybe I'm supposed to be doing all these things that I'm doing, because basically this channel, I just want to share my life. I want to share my opinions. I want to share everything, you know, that I am with you guys, and hopefully you don't have a problem, or hopefully you love the what I'll be doing, you know. Yeah. So another thing that I was not sure about was like, what subject should I be talking about? Should I go back and talk about fitness? Should I talk about sports? You understand? I wasn't sure, but I'm thinking, but what stops me from talking about everything? Because I may be a fitness instructor, but I'm not living in the fitness instructor's world. I've got opinions on other issues in our society, and I believe that with this platform I can share some of my views. I can invite people to share some of their views, because it's not like, yes, niching down is a good thing, but it's not always the case. Maybe you can be stronger somewhere else. Maybe your opinion is stronger than your fitness skills or acumen, or whatever it is that they call it. You know, sometimes I like using English words, and I'm like, yeah, but it should mean that. It should mean and I'm not going to fact check yet. I'll start fact checking when I'm happy with the structure of each episode, and when I already see where I'm going with this whole thing. So yeah, and then another thing that I was not sure was like, do I need a co-host for this, or should I just share my opinion on a lot of things? Because I've seen podcasts where people are talking and like for over an hour, sometimes sharing their opinions on some things. It might not be an expert opinion, but I know that I'm a human being, and I'm not someone that's trying to be something I'm not. So I do believe that like I would be able to share some stuff that someone else can listen to, and hopefully it's going to be the case. Yeah, this is a scary part, but unfortunately there's only one way to find out, is starting and running with this and seeing how it goes, and we can take it from there. Then I was asking myself, do I put a camera and have a video of myself talking, or do I play this as an audio podcast and see what maybe you guys will be interested in? Do I edit and add some stuff of the things that I'll be talking about? This is interesting. I was like, this is like the making, and I was like, let me just share with you guys and hear maybe if I'll be able to get some good ideas that can make this work. And then obviously that will determine how many times a week I will be doing this, because if I've got that editing to do, then maybe I'll have to look at the time that I have. Will I be able to edit enough videos? You know, like if it's 3 times, will I be able to edit 3 videos in a week and complete them, and every episode come out in time? Because I don't want to be late on dropping episodes and everything because I couldn't finish editing and all that stuff. So I'm not sure if 1 is best or 2 or 3 is best, but we'll see as time goes. I will share what I think regarding that, and please also comment down below. Let me know what you think about that. And then yeah, I was also thinking, do I record this live? Do I shoot and do the editing? Because that can also determine how frequent am I going to have these episodes and all that stuff, and also the length of each episode. But I think that will depend on the issues that I'll be talking about, and maybe if I'll be having calls, if I'll be having conversations with other people, and all those things. So I'm not sure yet, but yeah. So you guys are in the making of this podcast, and I hope that we grow something here, and because at the end of the day, I'm not going to back down, because I do believe that there is content that I can share with you guys, and hopefully that you guys will be ready to receive that content, and hopefully you'll love it, and maybe we'll end up having a platform where we can talk about a lot of issues. So today, topic number 1. So like, yeah, I watch a lot of Trevor Noah, and I like it when he goes like, joke number 1, and obviously it's a joke that he says joke number 1. Like, yeah, I stole that from him. So topic number 1, Kaizer Chiefs. I think that's the first topic I want to talk about. At first, I want to share that I grew up loving Kaizer Chiefs for a very long time, and I don't know if I should call myself a fan, or should I say I was a super fan of Kaizer Chiefs. But recently, I don't want to lie, like everyone else, my faith has died down, based on the team going for 7 years without any silverware, which was very disappointing, and coming close to winning the league, losing the league in the last 20 minutes, and going on to play the final. I believe it was with Al Ahly. I think it was not Al Ahly, I don't remember, whoever we're playing, man. Yeah, well, and losing in the final of the Champions League, Africa AFCON Champions League, yeah, losing in that final, and then since then it's been down. It's been a downward spiral. It's been really bad. Playing football that I don't recognize. To be honest, growing up watching Kaizer Chiefs, I loved how they played, and it was very disappointing to see what was happening. Like, you couldn't watch a game and be entertained. Back in the days, even if Chiefs lost a match, you still enjoyed watching the match of football. That's what made Chiefs, the brand of football that they played, which a lot of people are saying Sundowns is playing a good brand of football. I don't know, because I don't watch soccer anymore, but I don't think that their brand is even close to what Kaizer Chiefs used to play, but time will tell. So yes, and Chiefs now have made a decision to hire Arthur Zwane, who used to play for Kaizer Chiefs as well, assisted by Dylan Shepherd, and these guys now, they are in Chiefs to change the direction and bring in the brand of football that maybe will be enjoyed by Kaizer Chiefs fans. I'm excited about this, because I do think that Arthur Zwane is not going to go there and Chiefs is over idlale scope and donder. I think that Chiefs will start playing football, sharing the ball, depriving the opposition of the ball, making meaningful attacks, and building up those attacks until I think that we're going to have a good team going forward. Even if, like as I said earlier, even if Chiefs might not win a lot now, in future, I do feel that, like, if we manage to keep Arthur Zwane and Dylan Shepherd and have a good brand of football being played by these players, these guys are going to grow and they will be able to start winning things. And then, yeah, I heard that Chiefs is signing new players, especially after the Exodus. A lot of players were released. Bernard Parker, Cardoso, Manyama. Who else was released? I know Zuma was released. I don't know who else of those players, the Chiefs, that were released, but that's quite a number of players already. If you think about it, that means now Chiefs will be building a new team. So they'll be signing in new players. Hopefully these guys, when they come in, they are going to gel in well with whoever is in their Chiefs, and hopefully that the team is going to have that heartbeat. And importantly, I hope that we also build a very good depth, so that depth, not depth, not depth, depth, like have more players on the bench that can come in if something happens, if one player gets injured, if whatever, man, that makes another guy not to be available, or if maybe Arthur Zwane wants to rest some of the players. So hopefully that's what we're going to get at Chiefs. And then I will have a look at the players, because I don't think that all of them have been announced. And to be honest, because I haven't been watching soccer or football for some time now, I don't know who are the new players. Like, I don't know the players of these teams, and I just hope that Kaizer Chiefs, they get the right guys that are going to go there naturally, hungry, and make a change. And the change is Chiefs start winning silverware. However, the first thing that we want to watch a Chiefs that gels in well and plays a very good brand of football. And yes, one of my aims is to watch soccer this year, and hopefully that is what's going to happen. And then moving on, guys, I'm not going to dwell, because I don't want this to be a sports thing or anything. I want to discuss quite a number of things, and one of the things is the Senzo Meyiwa trial. Ooh, I was just thinking about the trial, yeah. So Senzo Meyiwa's trial is on now. The court is in, I think they call it recess. They will be back on the 12th of July, but they will be just submitting, they call them heads. I don't know what heads are. And I think I'm a bad I'm a bad broadcaster, because I should have done a research on the heads before I come and talk about them here. But I'll talk about them. So if you are a lawyer and you're watching this, please let us know what the heads are, Yeah, so they will be submitting those heads, and I think they will also be debating them. I think it will be on the 12th of July. And then after that, I think heads are opinions. I'm just thinking now. And then after that, they will be back again in September for the trial. Hopefully, at least we'll have 2 or 3 full weeks, and then hopefully they will have another run in November. And yeah, and I hope that we're going to see a lot of these witnesses. Yeah. The first witness was Sergeant Musiwa, who is a subs officer that works in the forensic department, who was a constable at the time when Senzo was killed. So this guy, apparently when he got there, he only took 8 photos, and everybody has been complaining, actually mainly in court. During the cross-examination, they've been asking him about, like, why did you only take 8 photos? And he explains that no, it's the protocol in the police that if a case is this big, you have to wait for the task team. But the painful part is that the guy left the crime scene, and there were people at the crime scene. I don't know. There were people at the crime scene. I don't know if they tampered with the crime scene when he left, or it happened before he arrived. But it just seems that, like, the crime scene was tampered with, the blood was cleaned, and the projectile was found on the second visit of this guy at the crime scene. Now nobody knows if that projectile was lying there, or if that projectile was planted after this whole thing. And yes, and then the case, to make matters worse, the case has got a second docket which was opened, and this second docket, it basically now implicates other people except the accused that are standing before court. Of course, those are other people are Longwe Twala, Kelly Kumalo, Kelly's sister, Kelly's mother, and then the friends, Senzo's friends, and another guy. I don't know who he is there in that. And then the lady that came in, I think it's a neighbor, and cleaned the place, the crime scene. Wow, the cleaner. Yeah, the cleaner is something else when yeah. So yeah, that's what's happening in the case. And another thing that's interesting on that case is that now the defense attorneys, or let me say the advocates, the defense, they're having some fights. I don't know if I should call them. It feels like each is trying to teach the other how law works, and each is trying to show how much they know about law, and that now is actually taking the interest away from the case. And but I'm saying each is trying to, I'm not saying like that's an effect, but that's how it looks like from my eyes, and I could be wrong. And all I just want to say is that like it just doesn't look good when both the defense attorneys are fighting over who should speak when, and how things should run. It just feels so unprofessional. It looks so unprofessional. And with advocate therefore having his own fights with the judge, it just makes the whole case bad, man. But anyway, yeah, that's all I think I want to talk about regarding this case right now. I think I'll revisit this conversation later, or if something else comes through. And then kube khona podcast and chill. Hey, Mzi and Sol, Phenduka, Ghost Lady, Aya, Abo Mesh, Bokoto, whoever, man, all of them. Good platform, great platform. They are funny, they are fun, funny and fun. They talk about a lot of things. They talk about matters that a lot of people try to avoid. However, now Sol is going to Kaya, and now I'm like thinking, Sol, I don't think that Sol will be himself when he also works for Kaya. I think that he will be limited on the things that he can say on the podcast, because now as a broadcaster on that platform, I think that like there are many things he can't say, and I just think that like his bite is going to be very shallow, or it won't be like that lento anymore. It won't be that sharp anymore. He won't be the Sol that we've grown to know. But I could be wrong, but I doubt, man. I doubt that Sol is going to be the Sol that we've had in the past couple of months. I just hope that Mzi assesses the situation well, and hopefully he will be able to make decisions that will suit his podcast, because that's very important. Because there was a day when Sol was not part of the podcast, and he is now, but if he does not give what Mzi wants, the same as Kaya maybe would get rid of him if he does what they don't want him to do. So I think that like it's going to get to that point. I just have that feeling. I could be wrong, I could be 100% right. I don't know how Mzi feels, because he doesn't come across as someone that wants to talk about it that much, but time will tell. Okay, so now let's get to Mzi. So guys, my name is Mzi Mnyazi. I'm a group exercise instructor, former physical training instructor in the military, former paratrooper, and I'm a musician. I've recently released my first single called Indili Soldier, available on Spotify and other digital platforms. Please go and support. And I also do fitness music, which actually on the 16th of June, which I think that I don't know when this is going to drop, but I'm recording this on the 15th of June in the evening. So but I hope that, like, yeah, on the 16th of June I am dropping a mix under the name Give Guest Fitness Music, and the mix is about 40 minutes long, and it's a workout mix and produced by Embrace Music Beats and mixed by myself. And then we also have, yes, the music that I spoke about, and we'll be releasing another single very soon. I'll let you guys know when exactly, because it yeah, we're still working on some issues on the music. Then another platform that I have is called Give Guest Fitness on GiveGuest, www.giveguest.co.za. That's where you can get my workout videos, and it's over 350 of them and counting, because I keep on adding new videos. I believe that I'm close to 400 now. So please sign up to that platform, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully you'll sign up. And yes guys, on that note, I think this episode is going to end here. It's about 25 minutes now. I think this is enough, and I don't want it to be long and boring, but at the same time I don't want it to be too short. But time will tell how long we should make these episodes. Yes guys, that's it, man. If you are new here, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload these videos. And if you've been here, you should know that by now. Please click the like button, share the video. Guys, I'm out of here. I love you. Bazalwane. Peace.